Take It Slow Homestead. I'm Carol, and I just recently got back from the eye doctor, and they dilated my eyes this time, so we need to do this. Yeah, that's much better. It's pretty bright out there today. It snowed all night. The temperatures were warm enough to keep it from sticking to the roads and the walkways. That's good. But I need to go out and get my mail, and it's really bright out there. So I'm going to go do that, and watch me. So, no mail. Whoa, I'm gonna keep those on for just a minute. That's good news, no mail. Well, on one hand it's bad news. I need a voter ballot, and there's some kind of problem with the people around my area getting their voter ballots. We're not getting them. But, just go right there. That's okay, I'll just go in and vote in person. The good thing about not getting any mail is that I didn't get any bills, right? Yay! Okay, I'm gonna close that blind. And take these off. All right. Every month, I've recently been going to the eye doctor, the retina specialist, to get injections, because I have a form of macular degeneration, and so I am privileged to have injections in my left eye to help with that problem. Hallelujah. Years ago, I had the same problem with my right eye, and I just dreaded every time going in to get the shot. Well, after a while, I just decided, that's it. I'm not going back. And so I stopped going, and of course that eye did not get any better. In fact, it got a little worse over the years. So then I noticed a little problem with my other eye. I thought, oh, this was not supposed to happen. I was supposed to always have one good eye, right? But it was going bad. So I went to the doctor right away, and now I feel privileged to get injections in that eye. So I've been doing that for the last several months. It's improving, slowly improving. Yay. I've been wondering, could anything be done with the other eye? The one that I had the problem the first time. And so that's been in the back of my mind. Well, today, out of the blue, my doctor said, what do you think about treating the other eye again to see if it will improve? And so we decided to do it. So today, and I thought this would never happen with me, I got an injection in each eye. So if you are struggling with this same type of problem and the option is open for you to have injections, I would recommend that you do it. Modern medicine is there for us. So my eyes were dilated today because they did some inner investigating, and every once in a while they have to be dilated. Not every time. But today they were, so everything is super bright. Especially all that snow outside. Very bright, and that's why I've had to wear those dark glasses. But you know what? Today's video is not supposed to be on my eyes. However, interestingly enough, today's video is on my carrot harvest. And what do we know about carrots? They're good for your eyes, right? So, let me get my thoughts together and we will talk about carrots. I harvested my carrots and I want to tell you a little bit about my harvest this year. It was different than last year and the year before. This year, in my main area where I planted them in my raised bed, I decided to incorporate some cute little zinnias around my carrot patch in a little circle. And I used the variety of Lilliput zinnias because I knew that they were smaller. Well, they were pretty tall, although their blossoms were smaller. But the plants themselves were still tall. My son planted some zinnias, a different variety apparently, and the whole plant was small. Well, my Lilliput zinnias must have, number one, kept the sun away from my carrots. Number two, drank all of their water, because my carrot harvest was not very good. Carrots were small. There were just a very few that were average to big, maybe slightly big. So I will show you those. And then I also planted some carrots in my grocery row, if you remember. And they were near some zinnias, but not quite as close. They had more access to the sun, and apparently they had plenty of water because they did better. So I have learned a lesson. Even though it's nice to have flowers among your vegetables, be careful where you put them and how thick you put them, because they need nourishment too. They need to be nourished with water. They need the nutrients from the soil. They need the sun, just like your vegetables do. So if you want more vegetables and healthier vegetables, then keep your flowers a little bit away from them. They can be in the same garden, but don't let them steal the nutrients from your vegetables that your vegetables need. So, let's look at the carrots. There they are. At least there are some of the little ones. There's all sizes in here. Bigger ones are at the bottom. So here are some of the better sized ones. I think that's the biggest one right there. I rinsed them all off outside in the hose. Oh, I found some garlic. Put that over there for now. So most of the mud and dirt are off of these, but what I'm going to do is rinse them off even better and stack them up on the counter, and then package them according to size in some bags and store them in the refrigerator. Here's the biggest ones on that row. I've moved them to a different part of the countertop. And then a little smaller on those. So all together, those are the largest ones. So not too bad. Then the next ones, next bigger ones, are those. They're a little smaller than the last ones. And then those are a little smaller, and these are even smaller. So there's those. And then there's still those little tiny ones. And as I was getting down to these, I thought, you know, there was one other thing I didn't do correctly with these carrots this year. I didn't thin them. And you know, I think the reason why I did not thin them is because of the flowers. Because I did start a couple of times thinking I really should thin those carrots. And I just couldn't get through the flower stems and have a good enough view of the carrots and the room available for my hands and my arms to get in there. And yeah, be careful where you put your flowers. So make sure your vegetables get the sun they need, the water they need, good soil of course, and then thin them. I always have better luck, not luck, but better success when I thin my carrots. Now I'm just going to put them in some bags, just regular plastic baggies, and stick them in the fridge. I'm going to start with the big ones. They'll last a long time in your refrigerator like this. There have been years when I've bottled carrots, and also like last year I showed in a video how I freeze carrots. And when you do that, when you bottle them and freeze them, they'll last longer, of course, than they will in a bag in the fridge. But these will last a long time. And then I can always take them out and freeze them or bottle them whenever I want to. Then I just get a little twist tie. And I have an extra refrigerator where I keep things like this. I keep eggs. I keep overstock of what I bought at the store. So all of these will go in bags in the refrigerator, and then if I decide to freeze some later on, I can do that, or bottle them, I can do that. I mean can them. Everybody calls it canning. I usually call it bottling because you use bottles, and that's what I grew up knowing it as. I bottle my food, but sometimes I will refer to it as canning so everyone knows what I mean. done packaging up the carrots, and here they are. There's the biggest ones. There's a little bit smaller ones, a little bit smaller, and smallest. So 5 full bags of carrots. I guess it wasn't a failure after all. I'm thankful to get these carrots and that I was able to get as much in volume as I did get. Although some of them are like very, very small. That makes them a little difficult to work with sometimes because they're so small, but I plan on using every one of them in soups and stews and roasts, and my grandkids are going to be here for the holidays, and I'm going to just let them chonk on carrots, have whatever they need. Thanks for joining me today as I did this project. And you know, it seems like everything I do, every project that I do, I learn something new. And if it's not new, then it's something that I learn again. Like thin the carrots. I know that, but I didn't do it this year. Thank goodness we have second chances in life, right? We can start again clean and do better next time. And remember that even when you take it slow, you can accomplish a lot. Thanks for watching.